everyone, Helen here. How are you today? I hope you're okay. I'm okay. Had a really lovely break, as I told you yesterday, and ready for the last run up to Christmas, and really looking forward to that. Just enjoying each day as it comes, even though I've got far too many things to try and fit into each day, and I've still got to write some Christmas cards, and I haven't really finished buying all the things I need to buy for Christmas presents. Well, there's not a lot of that to do, it's just it needs to be done. So anyway, yes, so today I'm just going to update you on my Advent crochet projects, and I'll tell you a little bit about my birthday as well. So what shall we do first? I think let's do the little Bishon crochet along, the 3 patterns on Instagram that I'm busy following each day. And when I last showed you, we had a completed squirrel. I'm so sorry, I haven't chosen your name yet, have I? You just haven't whispered it. She's very, very shy, and she just hasn't told me what her name is yet. And I've told her that some of you suggested some lovely names, and she doesn't seem to think that any of those are her name. So, oh well, eventually. And so the last thing I showed you was the completion of this little bauble, that was day 14 of the project. So you haven't seen days 15 to 19, and that's because I just didn't manage to, well actually I did manage to do days 15 and 16 before we went away in the camper van, but I didn't have a chance to show you. I didn't take it with me. So yeah, anyway, so what I'm going to show you now is days 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19, and look at what we've got. A little baby squirrel. I assume it's a little squirrel, looks very like its mummy. So there we go. So we've got as far as doing head, ears, body, the little white tummy and the legs there. So I'm guessing that the day 20 pattern is going to be the legs, the bottom legs. Maybe we'll have some little top bits of the legs like the mummy. Like we had these bits sticking out there. Obviously there's going to be a tail. So there we go. But I'm only guessing. I don't know. So I'm going to have another name to try and think of as well. Oh dear me. Perhaps when the squirrel here has revealed her name, then she might tell me the name of her baby. But that's really cute, and I'm enjoying that so much. I can just sit on my knee there. So yeah, so that's that. And then the other project, which I haven't shown you anything of for quite some time, is the Rickaroomy Advent Calendar. And since I last talked about it, I think I might have shown you the door which has got a snowy bit along the bottom, but I don't think I showed you the next part, which was some windows. So I had to do 2 small windows and 4 larger windows, and they've all got I had to embroider a cross for the frame, for the frames in the middle, and some snow along the bottom, and 1 round window, which I think is going on the roof. So that's those. And then I'm going to turn you around now and show you the days that I've still got to catch up with. So on day 13, I've got this fluffy pipe cleaner. I've got to cut that and make it into 2 candy canes. Then on day 14, this little packet of little sparkly pom-poms, I suppose they are, and I've got to glue them together in little piles so that they look like drifts of snow. Then on day 15, some of this Rickaroomy Twinkly, and I've got to use that to crochet around the door like that, and also I've got to crochet a whole load of icicles to go around the edge of the roof. Then on day 16 I got a piece of red felt and I have to cut out a heart shape. I think just one, I'm not sure. And then for day 17 some gold creamy, and that is to, well, you can see there I've got to make a bow. And finally day 18, no, not quite finally actually, I've got some green pipe cleaner. I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. And then this is finally for day 19, it's a little pot of beads. So, and I don't yet know, haven't had instructions of what I'm going to have to do with those. So yes, there's quite a bit to do there. So I am happy that it's a little bit more interesting now than it was at the start. So I might forgive it. I just think it didn't really invite me in at the start with having that huge body of the house. And I still don't know if it's supposed to stand, you know, upright. If it is, mine is far too floppy. It's not going to stand without me doing something. I might have to strengthen it with a piece of cardboard inside or something. We'll see. We'll see when it's all finished. I'm not sewing any of the bits on the windows and doors and things yet. I'm going to wait until, I think, until I've got all of the bits and bobs, and then have a massive sewing everything together session. So, but that's looking more hopeful now anyway, and I'm a little bit more back in favour of it. Oh dear me. So I told you yesterday a little bit about the trip that we went on, and I thought you might like to see just a little selection of some lovely birthday gifts that I received, and which I took some with me to open in the camper van. I'm not showing you all of them, but I thought you would like to see me opening some presents. So let's take a look at that now. And then also from Phil, I got the most beautiful lantern, which, it's just so nice. I did point it out to him when we were at Cragside in the National Trust shop, and said, oh, I would just so love one of these. And so then later in the day, it appeared. And so since I've come home, I've lit the candles at the bottom to show you it. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's following along in the lines of the Christmas pyramid type of thing. And the little metal thing that goes round that you put a candle at the bottom. Once you mentioned that you remembered having those as children. And I had one when I was a child as well. There was angels in metal going around. They were attached to the propeller bit at the top. And you put a candle at the bottom. And those, certainly the one from my childhood, it chimed when the angels went round, and after a while everybody got sick of the chiming. So it was never on for very long. But when I was in the National Trust shop, I also saw the same kind of thing as that, but little reindeer going round and round and no chiming involved. So I treated myself to one of those. And I've been able to treat myself to a few things because of some of you very kind people who've given me donations to treat me on Ko-fi. So that was one of the things that I bought. And then another thing that I bought, you might have spotted it sitting here, was this mug. And this is an Emma Bridgewater Christmas mug. And I've never ever had an Emma Bridgewater mug before. And this is a Christmas one, which just appealed to me straight away because of all the little dressed animals on, mice and rabbits, and all going around the inside of the top of the mug as well. And there's even a lovely little picture on the bottom of the mug. So I am going to really, really enjoy using that. So thank you. And then another completely different thing that I treated myself to while we were away was this book called Gruesome Tales from Northumbria. And it caught my eye because the picture on the front, this gibbet, is the actual gibbet that we stopped overnight beside on our second night of this trip, which was the second time we've stopped at this place. It's a really lovely location with just views all around, and yeah, it was really, so it's got the story about this gibbet and lots of other interesting, presumably gruesome tales. So maybe I'll have to tell you some of those when I've had a good look at it. And I did buy some lovely books. Hang on a minute, just put those down. I did buy some lovely books from Barter Books that we went to, the big second-hand bookshop in Alnwick. But I'm going to show you those another day. I'll either show you them in the next couple of days or so, or maybe I'll show you them in January. But I promise I will show you what I bought. But I think I'm going to wind things up for today there. We've got another little bit of the big project today for me to show you, and a couple of poems as well. So until I see you tomorrow, take great care of yourself. I will see you very soon. Okay then, bye. Snow and Snow by Ted Hughes. Snow is sometimes a she, a soft one. Her kiss on your cheek, her finger on your sleeve, in early December on a warm evening, and you turn to meet her saying, "It's snowing." But it is not, and nobody's there, empty and calm is the air. Sometimes the snow is a he, a sly one. Weakly he signs the dry stone with a damp spot. Wayfish he floats and touches the pond and is not. Treacherous beggarly he falters and taps at the window. A little longer he clings to the glass blade tip, getting his grip. Then how she leans, how furry fox-wrap she nestles the sky with her warm and the earth with her softness. How her lit, crowding fairy tales sink through the space silence to build her palace, till it twinkles in starlight, too frail for a foot or a crumb of soot. Then how his muffled armies move in all night, and we wake and every road is blockaded, every hill taken and every farm occupied, and the white glare of his tents is on the ceiling. And all that dull blue day, and on into the gloaming, we have to watch more coming. Then everything in the rubbish-heaped world is a bridesmaid at her miracle. Dunghills and crumbly dark old barns are bowed in the chapel of her sparkle. The gruesome boggy cellars of the wood are a wedding of lace, now taking place. At 9 of the Night by Charles Causley. At 9 of the night I opened my door that stands midway between moor and moor, and all around me, silver bright, I saw that the world had turned to white. Thick was the snow on field and hedge, and vanished was the river sedge, where winter skilfully had wound a shining scarf without a sound. And as I stood and gazed my fill, a stable boy came down the hill. With every step I saw him take, flew at his heel a puff of flake. His brow was whiter than the hoar, a beard of freshest snow he wore, and round about him, snowflakes starred, a red horse blanket from the yard. In a red cloak I saw him go, his back was bent, his step was slow, and as he laboured through the cold, he seemed 100 winters old. I stood and watched the snowy head, the whiskers white, the cloak of red. "A Merry Christmas!" I heard him cry. "The same to you, old friend," said I.